Well, as we see Rhea O'Reilly and Jamie B making their way back to the locker room there, totally humiliated by Shaun Sikes.
Well, coming from the Docklands of East London, accompanied to the ring by Charlie Silk and weighing 221 pounds, he is Shaun Sikes. And now for his opponent, from the Hydro Super Collider, weighing 185 pounds, he is the supercharged superstar, he is Tomo!
Well, we have got a real clash of styles on our hands for this match. Shaun Sikes, the self-proclaimed guardian of traditional British wrestling, versus Turbo. Turbo has impressed so many people in the brief time that he's been in British Wrestling Evolution. He's notched up some impressive wins. And this will be a big win for either man, actually. Could propel them towards a title shot, perhaps. What Turbo's really got to do is watch out for that man outside of the ring there, Charlie Silk, who has been involved in so many insidious moments in Shaun Sikes matches. Sikes better not try and get into a popularity contest with Turbo. He's not got a chance, and rather undignified descaling of the turnbuckles there from Shaun Sikes. Bell rings and we're underway here in Shaun Sikes versus Turbo.
You shut up as well.
Shaun Sikes beginning this match with a totally uncalled for interruption of the victory celebrations of Jamie B in her match against Rhea O'Reilly. Actually served really to unify BWE's first ever women wrestlers against Shaun Sikes. He thoroughly deserved that. Made a couple of enemies there, that's for sure. Into the collar and elbow tie-up. Sikes is dropping down to one knee, but using his height advantage to force Turbo back into the corner. Smart wrestling there. And uses 3 count there to break, and then the lovely forearm or elbow even across the jaw of Turbo. Powerful shot there from Sikes, who like to keep Turbo moving at a slow pace. Turbo's dangerous when he moves fast. Powerful whip into the corner. Sikes using his whole body there. Spoken before about how Shaun Sikes likes to keep the pace of a match slow. Likes to control where his opponent goes. Applying a front face lock there, standing, and then a left-handed shot. One of the impressive things about Sikes, punches equally strongly with both hands rather. Knee lift there on Turbo. Kick to the midsection as he keeps him on the ground. All under the watchful eye of Charlie Silk, who will certainly be quick to get involved should the opportunity present itself. Turbo really hasn't got started at all in this match. This is as good a start as Sikes could have imagined. Again, using the ropes there, striking the elbow on the back of the neck of Turbo, and then leaning back against the turnbuckles to get more power into that kick. This is good wrestling from Sikes. Again, really putting his back into that, and Turbo smashes off the turnbuckles, hits the mat hard. It's hardly scientific, it's hardly technical, but it's very effective. Turbo really barely able to even get to his feet at the moment. He's not getting a chance. Another powerful shot. Sikes really putting force into those really powerful shots on Turbo. Lifting him up. Then a very nicely measured slam right in the centre of the ring. Well executed. Look, Turbo really can't even move into a Machistroll cradle with 1, 2, no. Couple of technical moves there from Sikes, just showing he's not all about brawling. Turbo has got to do something to get back into this match. What it'll be, I don't know. Lifted up there, just dropped him across the ropes. Turbo at least falling on the right side there and landing back in the ring. Had he fallen, he would have dropped headfirst outside of the ring if he'd fallen the other way. So small mercies at this stage for Turbo. Sikes lifting him into a fisherman suplex. Lovely float over into a pinning position. 1, 2, no. Really executed that nicely. Very precise from Shaun Sikes. The fans doing their utmost to get behind Turbo here, but he's going to need so much more than that. He needs Sikes to make a mistake, really. Sikes does not make many of those. Turbo just trying to pull himself to the feet, but couldn't. And now, yeah, Charlie Silk, they're just attempting to get involved, but head referee judgmental, very alert to that, stopping that happening. But outside the ring now, Turbo again being outmaneuvered by Sikes. Sikes just got his arm wrapped around the corner post there. And it is turning into a demolition of Turbo at the moment. This is a massacre. And barring that one little attempt there, Charlie Silk hasn't really got involved. This has been all Shaun Sikes, and love him or hate him, he has fought this match very well. He's done exactly what he needs to do to beat Turbo. Sikes just making his way back in the ring. As you can see there, now that was what Turbo has to safeguard against. Charlie Silk lining up to make another move on Turbo there and just stamping on the back of his head. All behind the referee's back. Shaun Sikes just taking the referee's attention away from that. I don't understand why Shaun Sikes feels the need to do that. He's good enough to win matches without those kind of tactics. A brief moment here for Turbo to get back into this one. Charging him in the corner. Brilliant! Big avalanche splash there. Caught Sikes hard. Into the corner again. Now Turbo starting to get back into this one. Oh, but he was caught with 2 feet to the face there. And Sikes, are we going to see that? Yes, he's used that leverage choke before. Both feet dragging Turbo's neck and holding it across the ropes. Again, breaking the hold well in time. There's a brief response there by Turbo, but Sikes put a stop to that with those 2 feet to the face. And now, once again, it's firmly advantage Shaun Sikes. As concerned fans look on. Turbo makes his way back into the ring, but Sikes again just setting on him with an elbow to the back of the neck. Really targeted Turbo there. For this whole match he's been working on the back of the neck, the back of the head. Certainly evidence of a strategy here from Sikes. And Sikes has stepped outside of the ring. We've seen him do this before, almost imposing a round break in the match. And he's setting up an opportunity here for Charlie Silk to enter the ring, should he choose to take it. He hasn't done this time. Referee turning around just before that could happen. It's alert refereeing there. Turbo again into the corner hard, that time with a big clothesline. Sikes. Again, Sikes keeping the pace slow. Not dragging Turbo to his feet, but making Turbo get to his feet. Now watch out here, in comes Charlie Silk into the ring, Just a few shots there on Turbo that the referee didn't see at all. And fans actually calling out, trying to alert the referee to it, but he's got his hands full with Shaun Sikes. And Turbo that time, just blindsiding Shaun Sikes there. Into the corner this time, it's Sikes who hits the turnbuckle. It's another powerful avalanche splash there from Turbo. Now he's got an opportunity here to get back into this one. Suplex, yes, good, very nicely executed. Powerful suplex. The referee just trying to keep an eye on Charlie Sikes, who comes straight into the ring. Now that's got to be a disqualification. Ring the bell, that has to be a disqualification. Well, Turbo fighting off Charlie Silk. Now all eyes have turned to Judgmental, who's actually leaving the ring here. Quite what he's planning to do. He's taking the law into his own hands here. Meanwhile, now Charlie Silk being hoisted out of the ring, and actually I think being taken back to the locker room by Judgmental. That's the very definition of hands-on officiating here. Meanwhile, however, Shaun Sikes in the centre of the ring has got Turbo up here, measures him, puts him away. That should be the end. There's no one to count 3. Sikes has got only himself to blame for that. I wonder how it feels to be on the other end of things. And look at this! Jamie B and Rhea O'Reilly entering the ring. Shaun Sikes is in trouble here. They divide. They pick him up one by one. They conquer Shaun Sikes with a beautiful suplex. 2-on-1. How does that feel, Shaun Sikes? And Rhea O'Reilly followed by Janie B leaving by the fire exit doors. Meanwhile, now we can just see Judgmental just beginning to make his way back to the ring, not accompanied this time by Charlie Silk, who's obviously been left backstage. Headbutt there by Turbo. Might he try and hit that Hurricane Rana from the top? Sikes looks very, very dazed there. Hurricane Rana beautifully hit it. This should be it. 1, 2, 3. Shaun Sikes gets a taste of his own medicine. It's a win for Turbo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the match, Turbo!